This joint public hearing on the proposed 2017 budget will come to order.
Good evening, Mayor Barrett, President Hamilton, distinguished members of Milwaukee's Common Council. It's a pleasure to be speaking before you today. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to share our concerns and our interests and our voices here. I also want to thank you for taking the issue of public safety as important as you have. It's been very evident, obviously, since the civil unrest that we know occurred here in Milwaukee a short time ago. 2 weeks prior to that event, it's for your commitment that 2 weeks prior to that event, our coalition and coalition members sent a letter to the Mayor Barrett and President Hamilton and to all of you, sharing our concerns that we were seeing in the community and sharing a lot of ideals that were found, that you'll find in an appendix in the handout for the President Barack Obama's 21st Century Policing Task Force report that talks about the need for proactive problem-solving approaches to public safety versus reactive, go and arrest someone for a crime type of policing. Some have compared it to being a guardian to being a warrior, with understanding that at times our peace officers do need to be warriors. I also want to preface what I'm about to say next with the coalition, how should I say, there is no greater advocate or supporter for our law enforcement officers who uphold their sworn oaths to provide equal protection under the law. But I think we all know there are areas where we can improve. Now, Brother Fred Royal here talked about the need to change the model by which we are executing our policing strategy. Once again, going from a reactive model to a community-oriented problem-solving model. Alana Khan of the JCRC, of the Milwaukee Jewish Federation, shared about the need and the criticality to have proper oversight and transparency for law enforcement to be effective. And the coalition is advocating for a 1% budget allotment of the MPD budget. That being said, what does that mean in real dollars? You all don't have time to study just this issue. So we went out and we looked at some cities. And one of the cities that is getting very high marks for transparency and oversight is San Francisco. So when we took the total number of people that the Fire and Police Commission are overseeing, which is a total of 2,680, and you divide that budget on a per person basis, it's roughly giving the Fire and Police Commission about $658 annually to oversee that. When you look at San Francisco, that doesn't have the burden, their oversight board doesn't have the burden of providing Homeland Security compliance. It doesn't have the burden of providing recruitment or testing services. They're actually providing 419% more on a per individual basis than we are here in Milwaukee. When we first started looking at this, we were thinking 8%, 12%, we understand we don't have the resources of San Francisco. But we were shocked when we found that number at 419%. So when we go back and we talk to folks in our district, et cetera, we need to be able to explain the investment we're making in law enforcement, as well as the institutional investment. Regardless of who's chief, et cetera, this is an institutional investment to make sure that the public trust exists because there is proper transparency and oversight. Thank you all once again for your time. God bless.
Thank you, Darryl.